Right now, some invaluable first-hand training as more people turn to propane as temperatures start to drop.
Plus, honoring a Wisconsin police officer who recently died after a battle with COVID.
And Wisconsin Democrats introduced new legislation today to try to curb gun violence. That's all coming up on News 3 Now at 10.
Many of us learn through experience. As a firefighter, realistic practice scenarios can be tough to come by.
So when they get the chance for some hands-on training, they jump on it. Madeline O'Neill has more on a special training in Iowa County tonight, preparing departments to respond to calls that may become more common.
Here in Ridgeway tonight, we've got a live propane fire burning behind me, part of the first such training at such a large scale in about 15 years, according to the Ridgeway fire chief, who says this is more important than ever.
We need to be prepared for every situation we come into.
Preparation means action, as volunteer firefighters from Iowa County departments get hands-on propane training with these new props. A sight to see.
The big flames, of course.
Some flames may shoot higher than 20 feet in the sky.
It's important to get the community and the local fire departments, municipalities trained up on what to do in case of an emergency if one should ever arise. You know, it's not a common occurrence.
We have a lot of young guys in Ridgeway's department. I know that have never been to even natural gas or propane training at all.
Ridgeway Fire Chief Joe Thomas says this practice could translate to real response skills as liquid propane gets more use.
There's getting to be more and more vehicles running two types of fuels, two up and down the road. I mean, all of our school buses in our local school system are all LP. Our county squad cars are all gas and LP.
People keep expanding out into the countryside. You know, the use of propane is more prevalent than it's ever been. So once again, this just kind of fits in with, what's happening out in the real world.
Training like this can cost around $4 grand. It's being put on by the Wisconsin Propane Education and Research Council. Propane is provided by its member, Premier Cooperative.
They get money from the propane sales to do the education for this.
It's education, Thomas says firefighters can carry with them to protect their communities.
It's a small community and it's a good bunch of people helping people.
In Ridgeway, Madeline O'Neill, News 3 Now.
Premier Cooperative participates in the propane industry checkoff program, which provides funding for the training.
All training was overseen by Wisconsin certified fire instructors. We're seeing some incredible video tonight of just how quickly a school was overtaken with water during some severe weather last month. This is in Du Bois, Indiana. On August 30th, the superintendent of schools says the area received 7 inches of rain within an hour. At the time of the flooding, students and staff were already gone for the day. The school was closed for about a week afterwards to fix the damage, while kids then attended class from home. Well, let's get a look at our certified most accurate forecast now with meteorologist Dana Fulton.
That is part of the reason we preach turn around, don't drown when we're talking about severe flooding issues. That water can just rise so rapidly and cause so much damage. As we look ahead to our forecast, a lot of dry weather mixed in. Could see a few light shower chances, but certainly nothing bringing a heavy rainfall for us in southern Wisconsin. And here's a time lapse of the day. Of course, today a beautiful Friday Eve on this Thursday. A lot of sunshine coming through this afternoon. Doppler track quiet for us tonight with some rotating showers well off to the east in Michigan. We'll stay quiet overnight and heading into tomorrow morning. Temperatures will rebound quickly once the sun does come up back to the 50s and climbing into the mid 70s for afternoon highs. So a milder afternoon for your Friday. Showers and thunderstorms will develop late in the day, so we will see a little bit of rain coming through late Friday, but the rest of the 10-day looks quite dry and sunny outside. We will take a close look at the timing for those shower chances coming through tomorrow in just a few minutes.
All right, Dana, thank you. Developing tonight, 1 person is dead, at least 13 injured after a mass shooting in Collierville, Tennessee, a suburb of Memphis. Happened this afternoon at a Kroger store. Law enforcement says the shooter also died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Investigators are still on scene tonight. Neither the shooter nor any of the victims have been identified. In Wisconsin, Democratic lawmakers and the Attorney General are announcing another round of gun safety legislation proposals. Both bills have been introduced before. One covers background check extensions for gun shows and online purchases. The other allows police or family members to act if someone has shown to be a danger to themselves or others, but neither bill is expected to go anywhere with Republicans controlling the state legislature.
A former Louisiana State police officer has been indicted today on charges of using excessive force on a black motorist. The incident all captured on the officer's body-worn camera. And we want to warn you that the video is graphic and it may be hard to watch. Jacob Brown is charged with beating Aaron Bowman while he was face down on the ground after a traffic stop. This happened in 2019 and only came to light 2 years later after Bowman filed a suit against the department. Prosecutors said Brown repeatedly struck Bowman in the head and body with a metal flashlight, breaking multiple ribs, his jaw, and his arm. Brown, who has since been fired from his job, faces a single count of deprivation of rights under color of law.
New information tonight. The U.S. District Court of Wyoming has issued an arrest warrant for Brian Laundrie, the fiance of Gabby Petito, who was found dead over the weekend. Her death has since been ruled a homicide. Laundrie hasn't been seen now for almost a week. Crews continue to search a wildlife preserve near his Florida home. For the first time, we're hearing from Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes about the officer who was captured on video allegedly participating in a sex act in a squad car. Chief Barnes gave little information, but did dismiss some of the rumors spreading online.
I can tell you that I'm aware that the allegations of this incident involved an individual who is an alleged prostitute. We take the matter of human trafficking very seriously, and I can assure the community that the individual involved in this incident has been contacted and that this individual is not, I repeat, is not a prostitute, nor is there any evidence that the individual has a history of ever being a prostitute.
The video taken by a bystander began circulating online last Thursday. Police announced the next day the officer had been placed on administrative leave. Chief Barnes says he is not going to identify the officer nor his rank until that investigation is done.
A 26-year-old police officer from Fond du Lac has died of COVID-19 complications. Officer Joseph Currer died yesterday, just 1 day after his second child was born. He joined the Fond du Lac Police Department in 2018 and was a member of the Tactical Field Force Team, the Honor Guard Unit, Domestic Violence Intervention Team, and was certified as a field training officer. Early today, a long line of police vehicles with lights flashing escorted Currer's body to a funeral home where officers will stand watch until services are held. Funeral arrangements are pending. Today, a CDC advisory panel voted to recommend Pfizer booster shots for tens of millions of Americans. That includes those 65 years and older, nursing home residents, and 50 to 64-year-olds with underlying medical conditions. After much debate, a narrow majority also recommended booster shots for those 18 to 49 years old with underlying conditions. But the panel rejected recommending a third shot for those at risk because of their occupation.
A new study shows the average cost for a stay in the hospital due to COVID costs about $75,000. Nonprofit group Fair Health released its new analysis of insurance claims. Now that cost jumps tremendously if there are any complexities, such as cases that require the use of ventilators or days in an ICU. The Select Committee investigating the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol issued its first round of subpoenas tonight, targeting close aides and allies of former President Donald Trump. The 4 subpoenas are going to former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, former Deputy Chief of Staff Dan Scavino, and former advisors Steve Bannon and Kash Patel. The subpoenas are for private depositions and records. All document requests are due by October 7th.
Multiple polls released this week show President Biden's approval rating has dropped significantly since earlier this year. A CNN poll of polls looked at 5 surveys done in September. It indicates his average approval rating stands at 45% and his disapproval rating is 51%. That approval rating marks an average decline of 11 percentage points since roughly the 100-day mark of his presidency. And the Marquette Law School out with a new poll today as well. When looking at President Biden's overall job approval, you can see a sharp divide along political lines. But his approval did fall among all partisan groups from July to September in Wisconsin. His already low approval among Republicans fell by half, while independents reversed their majority approval to majority disapproval. high approval among Democrats also fell by 7 points. New video tonight. A plane crashed into power lines in Waycross, Georgia today. In this video posted to Facebook, the small aircraft can be seen stuck nose down, dangling from power lines as emergency crews work to get it down. Crews were able to rescue the pilot, who was the sole occupant of the plane. He was taken to a nearby hospital with unknown injuries.
And another plane crash, this one in Minnesota. The pilot was injured, but not seriously. They were the only one on board this plane. Emergency crews say it flipped during landing. The FAA is now investigating. Target scaling down its holiday hiring this year, but at the same time, the retail giant says it's giving more hours to existing workers, as well as more pay and training. There are also plans to give current workers more scheduling flexibility. As for holiday season hiring, Target wants to bring on 100,000 more workers. According to Bloomberg, it was 130,000 added last year. And Americans are expected to spend a record $10 billion on Halloween this year. That's according to the National Retail Federation. Most of that spending, or over $3.3 billion of it, will go to costumes. The organization says it's the most consumers have spent on costumes since back in 2017.
Volvo is planning to go leather-free by 2030. The automaker says all of its fully electric vehicles won't have leather interiors. Instead, Volvo is using sustainable sources such as polyester bottles, bio-attributed material from forests in Sweden and Finland, and corks recycled from wine. Wool blend interior options will still be available. The company is changing its practices because of the negative environmental impacts of cattle farming. And how about this? Next year is going to be about cool and refreshing colors. According to Sherwin-Williams, the paint manufacturer has chosen Evergreen Fog as its 2022 color of the year. Sherwin-Williams says the mix of gray and green color has a sophisticated, earthy feel that can be used both indoors and outdoors. The company has chosen a color of the year for the last 12 years. Still ahead at 10, we're looking ahead to the weekend and what the weather has in store.
And plus, fighting a life-changing diagnosis during the pandemic. How the UW Carbone Cancer Center is giving a local woman a sparkle of hope. Her story is next.
Goldman Cars is selling 2018 Ford Escape starting only $10,995 or $175 per month.
That's right. Goldman Cars is having a huge sale on 2018 Ford Escapes, very well equipped, starting at $10,995 or $175 per month.
So hurry in today and just ask for my daughter, Crystal the Pistol Gobin.
Or my dad, Don the Deal Man Gobin.
Go to Goldman Cars East or West with over 500 vehicles to choose from.
You gotta go to Gobin, GobinCars.com.
Get a sausage biscuit or a sausage McMuffin paired with hash browns. Each bundle just $2.
When it comes to internet and TV, Spectrum has the competition beat.
Really? Can you keep up with all this?
Yes. With faster download speeds and better performance, Spectrum is the #1 choice for gamers. Switch now with the fastest internet starting speeds for the price. 200 megabits. That's enough speed to game, surf, stream, and more on all your devices. Get Spectrum Internet for $44.99 a month. Call 833-742-4499.
Okay, but what about TV? It's not easy to find something that works for everyone.
Spectrum TV with the free Spectrum TV app lets you watch live sports, local news, and more on your TV and on your devices. And unlike satellite, there's no ugly dish on your roof. Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-742-4499.
Too bad I'm in a contract.
Stuck in a contract? Spectrum will buy it out up to $500.
Seriously?
And you won't have to sign a new one. Don't wait. Switch today.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yes!
Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-742-4499.
Denny's now has Bennies. Not just one, but many. It's the classic Benedict's plus 2 twists, so we really must insist that you try 1, 2, or all 3 of our Bennies. See you at Denny's.
Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021 is here. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course lunch starting at $15 and a 3-course dinner starting at $25, featuring wine and more. Don't miss Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021, starting September 19th through the 24th. For participating restaurant menus and details, visit MadisonRestaurantWeek.com. Presenting sponsor, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund. Supporting sponsor, E&J Gallo Winery.
Tomorrow on News 3 Now This Morning, it's a huge day for our Coats for Kids drive. How you can help Josh pack the trunk.
And we have some chances for showers on Friday night that could impact your Friday night lights plans. We'll have details from 4:30 to 7.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
Welcome back. It is a special night for Big Brothers Big Sisters of Dane County, hosting their 2021 Dream Big Gala. Organizers decided to bring the event back in person this year, being held at Breeze Stevens Field this evening. Live art, live music, food from local food trucks, and a silent auction all included. It is a night to celebrate all of the bigs, littles, and supporters of the organization and showcase the work that has been done.
And mentoring is really critical to our youth. And 1 in 3 young people do not have a mentor in our community, and mentoring can provide just that wraparound care, guidance, and support that so many youth need.
News 3 Now is a proud sponsor of tonight's event and Big Brothers Big Sisters of Dane County.
The White House tonight lit with gold light in recognition of Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. It is recognized every September by cancer organizations all around the world. COVID has created so many hurdles for our healthcare providers, but the fight against those other deadly diseases like cancer must go on. And tonight, one woman's story of overcoming a diagnosis with the help of the dedicated gynecologic oncology team at the UW's Carbone Cancer Center.
I went all through the years and kept doing all my appointments, etc., and no problems whatsoever.
Sydney McCullough was vigilant, doing all she could to make sure her fight with endometrial cancer 8 years earlier didn't return.
This past fall, I ended up with cough.
Holidays came and went. She eventually knew she had to go in, where she would soon face a grim diagnosis.
Needless to say, you could have blown me over with a feather. I couldn't believe what I was reading.
Just like that, Cindy was fighting for her life. Doctors found a large mass in her lung, other smaller tumors, and enlarged lymph nodes.
A horrible finding for me, and I had no idea that this cancer would metastasize into my lung. I thought I was free and clear.
Facing a difficult road ahead, Cindy turned to the OBGYN specialist at the UW's Carbone Cancer Center.
We think that, some of those cells actually are somehow dormant or, somewhere in the system that they aren't active, they aren't growing. It's one of the fates of cancer patients. For many years later, they can still be concerned about a recurrence.
As if the fight itself wasn't hard enough, COVID restrictions didn't make it any easier.
I couldn't take anybody with me. So I was going to these appointments by myself, scared half to death.
That's been super hard. In fact, I think that's one of the hardest things is when people couldn't bring people in.
Persevering with a determined healthcare team, recent scans have revealed reasons for optimism.
It showed that I was, my large tumor had shrunk from the size of the softball to, it's probably more like the size of a golf ball.
Yeah, it's really been a pretty dramatic drop.
Fast forward to now, this mom, wife, and grandmother still has plenty to do and people who need her here.
She's done great. She's just a real amazing person, and she's got a great family supporting her.
There's just lots to do. I wanna keep on going.
And she will. Join us for our Sparkle of Hope virtual gala. Tomorrow, we're raising money to support women's cancer awareness and research with the UW Carbone Cancer Center. Join me online, 7 p.m., sparkleofhope.org.
Something we're keeping an eye on, Tropical Storm Sam is now the 18th named storm of the Atlantic hurricane season. While it is still far away from land, impacts are possible early next week. More importantly, the storm is expected to quickly strengthen into a hurricane as it approaches the Caribbean basin. The official forecast shows the system becoming a hurricane tomorrow and a major hurricane as early as the end of the weekend. And here's meteorologist Dana Fulton with a look at Tropical Storm Sam.
Yeah, a little closer look at the current location, still in really the middle of the Atlantic right now. So not seeing any land masses nearby. Still a tropical storm moving west about 15 miles per hour. Those sustained wind speeds at about 70 miles per hour right now. Again, our tropical systems are all ranked or rated based on those sustained wind speeds. So as it continues to move west, those wind speeds will pick up. It's going to gain quite a bit of strength over the Caribbean basin. That warm water helps these storms amplify. So it's likely going to become a strong Category 3 hurricane as it starts to get a little closer to land and moving towards the Caribbean islands and near Puerto Rico as we look ahead to the start of next week. So this is still a system that we have a lot of time to watch. There are a lot of variables on whether it will dip maybe a little further south or curve up a little more of a northern pattern towards our Atlantic coastline. But something we're going to continue to monitor through the weekend. Several named storms for us, 18 named storms for us this season. So still an active Atlantic season. Our radar back here at home, pretty quiet outside. That's how it's going to stay overnight and for the start of tomorrow. We'll start off tomorrow with sunshine, partly sunny skies for early in the day for Friday. Then the cloud coverage builds in the late afternoon. That's going to be in front of our next chance for some showers and possibly an isolated thunderstorm. I think this is going to come through as mostly rain, but we could hear a rumble of thunder or two in there. Looking at that time, this is the 6 to 8 time frame for us. So right around Friday football, the late evening commute home, we could have those showers coming down. Because we don't have any storms mixed in, not concerned about canceling plans for Friday, but an umbrella or poncho might be a good idea if you're heading out under the lights for Friday night. The showers continue off east by Saturday morning. We're back to a dry pattern. We're going to enjoy a really nice dry Saturday. Pleasant temperatures in the mid to upper 60s for afternoon highs. So seasonable for Saturday. And then temperatures are really going to ramp up as we look ahead to Sunday and next week. Overall rainfall totals trending highest east of Madison. Lesser amounts expected off to the west. And even in the Madison area, generally at about 1/2 inch or less. So not expecting a lot of accumulation, but still measurable amounts coming through tomorrow night. The warm trend settling in for the end of September into early October. That carries us in our 6 to 10 day and our 8 to 14 day outlook. Likely that we're going to see above average temperatures. This time of year average falling down close to 70 by next week, starting to see average in the upper 60s. Tomorrow will be near 75. So tomorrow, again, above average, still breezy outside with wind speeds about 10 to 20 miles per hour as that front approaches and brings our shower chances in late. Partly sunny for the weekend. Saturday, we're seasonable in the upper 60s. Sunday, mid to upper 70s. And that's where we're going to stay all the way through the work week. Dry weather expected through the work week into the following weekend. Afternoon highs will be pretty comfortable outside. Overnight lows near 50 degrees. So a really nice stretch expected for most of the 10-day and truly the only opportunity right now we're looking at to pick up any rain will come through for us late tomorrow afternoon and evening.
Let's hope it doesn't ruin high school football.
I know. Like I said, I don't think we're going to see much of a thunderstorm chance, but an umbrella or poncho for those cheering in the stands.
No pressure, Dana. None whatsoever.
Thank you. Ahead in sports, we're a day away from the start of the Ryder Cup happening right here, of course, in Wisconsin. We'll check out how fans are getting themselves and, of course, their outfits ready.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You've got enough to think about maintaining. Good thing the 2021 Volkswagen Atlas and Atlas Cross Sport have a lower cost of maintenance than Toyota Highlander. Come into your Volkswagen dealer today and lease the spacious and refined 2021 Atlas SE Tech with 4Motion for just $449 a month.
These days, we're spending more time than ever before at home, where we're continually inspired to make it our own, where the perfect wall mounting can lift your spirits, and that once hidden path to your door is now illuminated with intrigue to lead you inside. With Patriot Lighting, your lighting is another way to put your personal style on display. Smart, sophisticated, radiant, just like you. We have hundreds of options to make your home and your world shine a little brighter. Find your style with Patriot Lighting, only at Menards.
No more Freon for your AC. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
How we doing?
Fabulous.
I wonder how the firm's doing without its fearless leader. You sure you want to leave that all behind?
Yeah.
Stay restless with the icon that does the same. The RX, crafted by Lexus.
Lease the 2021 RX 350 all-wheel drive for $479 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021 is here. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course lunch starting at $15 and a 3-course dinner starting at $25, featuring wine and more. Don't miss Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021, starting September 19th through the 24th. For participating restaurant menus and details, visit MadisonRestaurantWeek.com. Presenting sponsor, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund. Supporting sponsor, E&J Gallo Winery.
This is Iowa. We just haven't been properly introduced. Say hello to the place where rolling hills meets low bills, where our fields, inside and out, are always growing, and where the fun is just getting started. This is Iowa. So, when are you coming to see us?
You've got enough to think about maintaining. Good thing the 2021 Volkswagen Atlas and Atlas Cross Sport have a lower cost of maintenance than Toyota Highlander. Come into your Volkswagen dealer today and lease the stylish and versatile 2021 Atlas Cross Sport SE Tech with 4Motion for just $439 a month.
Wow, we're like official. We got the sports open and everything. Well, the Brewers making this really difficult, right, against Charlotte's pesky Cardinals. They're trying to put an end to a 5-game losing streak and avoid being swept by St. Louis today. This was a wild one at AmFam Field. Cardinals looking to extend that 11-game win streak. Brewers built a 5-0 lead, a pair of Tyrone Taylor home runs, including this grand slam in the first. He would hit another one in the fourth. They get up 5-0, but the red-hot Redbirds come flying back. They tie it in the 7th on this Paul Goldschmidt 2-run blast. First of 2 homers for him today. Cardinals extend their win streak now to a dozen. The Brewers have dropped 5 straight.
Eric, have you done sports before?
No.
I feel like you have.
Been a while.
Starting tomorrow, it's country versus continent. The U.S. against Europe in one of the biggest golf tournaments, the Ryder Cup, kicking off right here in Wisconsin. Kia Murray takes us to Whistling Straits Golf Course in Sheboygan County with how some of the fans are getting ready.
Dad was drinking it, Grandpa was drinking it, you know, we all drink it, right?
You could call it family tradition.
Found my hat that my aunt made a few years ago. Found this at the dollar store a few days ago, so.
Mike Steinborn dons a head-to-toe Pabst Blue Ribbon outfit at his first Ryder Cup appearance. The Kenosha golf fan is here to support not only the team, but the tournament's impact here at home.
This is great for Wisconsin. This is great for Sheboygan. Glad it's up here for Green Bay, Fox Valley. It's awesome stuff up here, so.
Come on, Europe! USA fans don't hold that against Kane Healy. He's got a good reason.
I moved to America when I was 12, and I'm Europe through and through. It's my birthday on Sunday, so I came to the Ryder Cup.
Traveling from California, it means Healy's birthday celebration is just getting started.
Boys, let's come to play.
And for Cal Franklin and the American Marshals, he and the Ryder Cup fan group are here to help Team USA win, as they have been for the better part of 13 years.
Our first Ryder Cup, we wore Vikings horns. We're all from Minneapolis. And then the PGA said, hey, get rid of the Vikings colors. You got to have red, white, and blue. So they outfitted us with this stuff.
From the braids, horns, and blue headbands, the support is meant to help the team take home the cup. Franklin telling others to watch out for this chant on Friday night.
Let's go, USA.
And that was Kia Murray reporting.
A lot of folks from up here going up there for that. And tournament play will start tomorrow, 7:05 in the morning. Jordan Spieth, Justin Thomas for the U.S. against John Rahm and Sergio Garcia. Big crowds are expected all weekend. Be safe if you're traveling up there. We'll be right back.
At Pick and Save, we know that the slower a banana ripens, the longer it stays fresh. So we keep things fresher than fresh by ripening them slowly.
Bananas,
Hello, I'm Mike Banana.
Lindell, inventor of MyPillow. Thanks to your support, you've helped make MyPillow become one of the fastest growing companies in America. Over the last 12 years, you've helped MyPillow create thousands of jobs right here in the USA. Every MyPillow is made with passion here in my home state of Minnesota to ensure you get the best sleep of your life.
One of the things that I really like about MyPillow is the support. It gives my neck a little hug.
I've never slept better in my life. What's better than a great night's sleep?
Call or go online to take advantage of my best offer ever. For a limited time, when you use your promo code, you can get premium MyPillows regularly $69.98, now only $29.98. That's right, only $29.98. That's the lowest price ever. I tried every pillow from expensive down pillows that just went flat to fiber-filled pillows that rebound every time you move your head. I even tried those memory foam pillows, and the curve did not match my neck, and it probably won't match yours. That's why I invented MyPillow. My patented fill adjusts to your exact individual needs and helps keep your neck supported and aligned.
When I got MyPillow, I'm asleep almost immediately. I stay asleep at night and I wake up more well-rested in the morning.
MyPillow has a 10-year warranty. It's machine washable and dryable. And I back them with my 60-day money-back guarantee. Call or go online now to take advantage of my best offer ever. Use the promo code to get queen-size premium MyPillows regularly $69.98 for only $29.98. Get king-size MyPillows for just $5 more. It's the lowest price ever. This is a limited time offer and not available in stores. Don't delay, order now. With our 60-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose. Sleep well, America!
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
This is Ford Truck Month. Time to take a ride in the all-new 2021 Ford F-150 with an available 12-inch touchscreen, an available interior work surface, and for powerful performance on demand, a class-exclusive available Pro-Power onboard mobile generator. These are America's best-selling trucks. This is Ford Truck Month. Inventory levels are coming back up, making Truck Month the time to get an F-150 with 0 for 72 and 1,000 retail order bonus.
How do we make sure Pick and Save food is fresh? We put sensors on our coolers, and if something changes, we drop whatever we're doing to take care of it. That way, we can make sure Pick and Save food isn't just fresh, it's fresher than fresh.
Help us collect 6,000 kids' winter coats during Coats for Kids.
Finally tonight, Tiger King is returning to Netflix.
The streaming service announced today it is working on Tiger King 2. The second season of the docuseries has already been shot and is slated for release sometime this year. Netflix has not shared if any of the characters from the first season will be featured.
Got to have Carol Baskin.
You have to.
You wouldn't be that without it. I think Joe Exotic's a little tied up these days. Let's go to Dana. Final check of the forecast.
Right now, the forecast looks overall pretty dry. Now, tomorrow we do have some chances for showers to build in the late afternoon and evening. Could possibly see an isolated thunderstorm mixed in, but really leaning more towards rain for that on Friday. The rest of the forecast, partly sunny skies, highs in the mid to upper 70s, overnight lows hovering close to 50, so really nice stretch for the end of September into early October.
All right, Dana, thanks. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good. We'll see you tomorrow.